Hey y'all, my name's Tyson, and this week we're going to explore a technique of manipulating geometry with the scale tool. So this method is it's one of my favorites because you can just sort of get lost in exploring. Essentially, you're going to be pulling shapes out, scaling, pulling, scaling, offset, scale, move, scale. It all revolves around the scale tool. And I think what we'll do is in this lesson, video, whatever. Here, we're going to cover the basics and like introduce the idea of it and use mostly cylindrical shapes and scaling from the center of an object. It works great for a lot of different objects you might model. And then in a follow-up video, we'll explore some more advanced techniques where maybe we're scaling just from one side or changing the axis as we scale geometry. Similar idea, but let's cover just the basics of the idea here. Let's have a look. So to introduce this, let me just start by drawing a circle. And I'm going to be using keyboard shortcuts. But the basic tools we're going to be using is push-pull, scale, and using the Option or Control key to scale from the center. That's going to be very important. So be comfortable with scaling from the center. And then at times we'll use things like the Offset tool or the Move tool. And essentially the way it works is, let's say we pull a shape like this, then I select it, tap scale, and scale from the center. Then push pull, tap scale from the center, maybe offset, push pull, scale from the center, pull this out a little bit, scale from the center. And so we're freeform modeling this sort of object. Now, this shape and the shapes that we'll create in this video, you could create with the Follow Me tool, and that's a great option. But this one gives you sort of just more freeform, decide as you go. And it is a good technique to know even when you do use the Follow Me tool, because you may want to come back in and manipulate the shape afterwards. So that's the basic of the technique. We created this little top here. Let me delete this and come over here and let's say create the telescope, an old antique type, antique telescope. So I'm going to pull this out and let's offset this. Now maybe we won't use scale just yet. I'm going to use the Move tool and tap the arrow key, in this case the right arrow key, to move this out a little bit, which will invoke the auto folding. Then say we pull it back just a little bit, scale it down from the center again just a bit, and if we were to say render this, this would give us a nice, little edge here, like our telescope is going in. So then let's come out. Now we have the long part of the telescope, and then up here, let's say we offset this out a little bit, pull this forward. Now I'm going to pull this one up to match it, and then erase that edge to keep going. And I want to leave that as flat, so I'm going to pull forward a little bit again, but you see like, well, we're just extending it. So I'm going to hit the Option key or Control on PC, Option key on Mac, to leave a copy. And then I'll pull forward a little bit, select this scale, scale it up. Keep in mind that by pulling a copy, we've left a surface in there, and we'll probably want to clean that up. So if I hide this, I can select that surface, delete it, hit my keyboard shortcut to unhide, and carry on. Now I'm going to go forward, and I'm just, again, eyeballing this. We're just having fun. And maybe I would pull this in a little bit, then select, scale this down, create a little bit of a chamfer there, offset again, pull this back, offset one more time, pull this back, scale it down from the center, and then let's say that was our final glass. Now maybe we want to add more detail here, so maybe I'll grab this edge of the circle, this circle, and move a copy of that back, move another copy, and then I can select that surface, copy it again, and then select this surface, and now use the same technique, the scale tool from the center, and we can grow or shrink this. And once we've done that, we can say maybe it's a little too much, but I want to be careful. See, if I'm not careful, I will scale this from the opposite corner. That's not what we want. We want to toggle from the center. So always be toggling and watching that you're scaling from the center. And it's snapping a little more than I want, so I'm going to overscale this and then scale it back about like that. And then maybe select this and move it forward just so that this is wider. If we wanted, again, we could keep adding detail. We could add one little piece here, same technique we just used, and say we want to add like an iron band here. Scale this up just a little bit from the center. And if we want to bring these edges in a little closer, maybe I'll grab those two, use the scale tool. Now I'm hunting sort of, I know somewhere here is that center point, because what I want to do is grab and pull these edges in. I do want to scale from the center, but if I can't see it, a good thing to know is just have X-ray mode on keyboard shortcut. Now it's easy to see that. And even if I turn it off, now at least I know where to hunt for it. So I'm going to pull those in a little bit so that I get a more defined edge there. All right, let's come back. Similar, and just finish this out. At this point, you probably understand the technique, and it's just a matter of practicing it. So scale from the center, tweak things. And again, is this better than follow me? It's not better, it's just different. And you may find, depending on what you're trying to do, you prefer one method or both. But let's just finish this out. Because these are all circles, it hasn't been broken up. Now, if we used follow me, you could, and we've done some recent skill builders on this, you could select the results and weld them back together so that you can still select these as edges. But here's a tip. If I don't have anything selected and I use the move tool and I hover around here, watch, see there's this line here and there's one up here. I think sometimes people don't know that if nothing is selected, the move tool will select these cardinal points where you can select and stretch a circle or a polygon, or if I click here. So if nothing is selected, you can use the move tool as well to shrink cylinders and circles. So pull this one back. And let's create the eyepiece, and then we'll call it good. Scale that, or pull that out a little bit. Scale it up. Pull it out, scale it up. Push that in, scale it down. And from here, obviously, we can come in, select pieces, change them up a bit. A lot of stuff we can do with this, but that's the basic technique. And now you know whether you use create a form like this with follow me and then come in and add some more detail using the scale method, or whether you just use the scale method from the start. It's a great way to know you can manipulate geometry and sort of create these sort of forms and object models just with the scale tool. Okay, there you go. If that's something you haven't tried before, go have some fun. Again, it's one of my favorite techniques when you just want to model. Like I say, telescope is a great example to practice on, or a rocket, or anything that's going to be cylindrical that you just want to manipulate manually. It's a great technique to know. And like I say, we'll explore in a later video even some more advanced techniques, but that still rely on this scale, move, scale method. So it's good to know, even if you don't plan to model telescopes or things like that. So go have fun, go practice. And as always, we create these videos on the regular, so please subscribe, please like, and let us know in the comments what you thought of this. If you have other ideas or suggestions for future videos, we love to hear the feedback. Thanks, y'all. See you next time.